I'm here, people. If you can hear somebody snoring, it's the dog. The birdies are out. Just turning stuff off and turning stuff on so that there's no feedback. I think I have got it. Just let me check the YouTube one. Hey, lady, how you doing? Okay, got that. Got that. Let me get this and do that. Hey, Jesse, how goes it, mate? I'm going to wait until a few more people come back in. Today's topic of conversation is, as always, because it needs to be sorted and shit needs to be fucking done. And I don't want to hear about people insulting each other anymore. I don't want to hear about somebody's vagina anymore, for fuck's sake. I can't believe how so many people can be focused on one fucking vagina when we are in the situation that we are in. I just don't get it. And that's coming from a perspective of someone that has a vagina. Am I jealous that somebody else's vagina is being spoken about? No. What gets me is the fact that how can people be more concerned about somebody's vagina than they are about not having work, not going to work, struggling to survive, but let's talk about somebody's vagina. Hey, Chris. Oh, wow, that's good to hear. Hey, Ryan. Normally they block the shit out of my ass. Maybe because I don't know. Well, fuck, I don't know. I mean, I have a mate that's been following me for 5 years, and half the time she doesn't even get any fucking notifications. But anyway, it amazes me. It does, people, really. All the bickering, all the fucking stupidity, the arguing, the constant fucking back and forth, the constant tit for fucking tat, you know? It's sad to see. It really is. It's just fucking sad to see. So today, we're not sadly, we're not talking about a vagina, the vagina. We're not going to talk about people bickering. We're not going to talk about people insulting each other, because we're going to look at the fact that everybody's going to be like adults, and we're going to discuss what the fuck is going on. And we have to repeat it. And I don't want to sound like a fucking broken record, because fuck, I sound like a broken record to myself. So should I be sounding like a broken record to you people? Yes. But that's how we keep people on the topic. We don't allow distraction. We don't allow distraction. Which is there's just so much of that going on lately everywhere, no matter where you go. No matter where you go, there's somebody always fucking hating on somebody, and it's got to stop. You know, it's just got to fucking stop. I mean, they're flinging shit at us from all fucking sides, but people want to talk about a vagina. Go figure. And people, then you have the other people who get insulted because the government refers to them, or the governments refer to them, as useless eaters. I want to get insulted by that. I'm sensitive to that word. I'm going to get insulted, but hey, talking about a fucking vagina doesn't bother you. going backwards and forwards from one fucking chat to another chat, just taking shit, dumping shit, talking shit, whatever the fuck shit. In the meantime, in the meantime, there is people out there that are actually fucking trying to do something constructive, something productive, something that is for your benefit also, not just for theirs. You know, where people are coming together, people are standing up, and you may not hear it because it could be a little town here in Australia, you know, and people everywhere else on different chunks of dirt aren't going to hear about it because it's just tiny, you know. It's not worth putting on the news somewhere else. Or it might not even be that. It could simply be that all those other places don't want you to know that people are standing up, that people are actually taking whatever action they can to stop shit like 5G, to stop the bullshit that is going around. I mean, I went on the hunt of COVID last night, and I thought, okay, let's go through different avenues, different wording when we do searches and this, that, and the other. And everywhere that I was going, it was saying that hospitals are clamping down on medical staff, threatening them basically not to come out and speak the truth. They're threatening them. Why would they do that? You know, why would they do that? I was going from article to article to article, from article to article. You know, videos are being censored, the same videos. Hey, Chicago PD, the same videos where people are putting up, where doctors are coming out talking about this, where nurses are coming out talking about this. Why is that being censored? Why? Why is that being censored? You'd kind of think if they were on the front line, supposedly, you know, that if anybody was to come out and talk about it, that they would be the ones that it would be okay, right? It seems not, because the ones that are coming out talking about it, it's not the what's the word for it? Is it narrative? It's not the narrative that they want people to hear. It's got to be you have to live in fear. It's got to be you have to stay separated. It's got to be wear that fucking mask. It's got to be you can't leave the fucking house constantly. But if they go against that, if they go against that, that material is being censored. Why? Does that not in itself make people think? Doesn't it make people think? Surely it would be wonderful for you to sit there and listen to a doctor and to a nurse telling you yada, yada, yada. Okay. I would think that would be great. But sadly, no. Sadly, no. You know, these videos are being taken down. Doctors that have come out and said that whatever the fuck this is, that they fucked up. Because by now, if you don't know that everybody has corona in their body, go and do your research. I'm not going to fucking repeat myself. Not on that level. So if you think that this just shows up when you supposedly get sick, no. We all have it in our body. Oh, and let's not forget the fucking pets. Oh, good God, I came across fucking videos and whatever where somebody say you can catch it from your animal. I had to put up a video. I had to. Pets catch the flu, but they catch it from fucking you. Do you know what I mean? Hey, Jenny. Hey, Wobbly. They catch it from you. They got more chance of catching all of this fucking man-made fucking shit from you. Sadly for them, they are stuck in society. They are stuck in cities with their owners where they are exposed to this, whereas if they were out in the wild, they wouldn't be. Well, definitely not as much as what they fucking are at the moment. But hey, let's all put out videos saying that you can catch it from your dog and your cat, and then we're going to have the stupid fucking useless eater going, oh, that's it, out of the house. So they're going to start dumping them on the fucking street or taking them to the vet and having them put down. For fucking what? For fucking what? People, seriously, get a fucking grip. Get a grip. I'm sitting here and I'm watching all of this stringy shit up in the sky. I'm watching it through my fucking window. Give it a day. We'll have rain. Okay? Give it a day. We'll have rain. But hey, let's not fucking give a fuck about that. Because that's all dropping down. We're breathing that. Let's not give a fuck about that. Let's just simply talk about somebody's fucking vagina. Jesus. It's happening to fucking society. I want to play something. Or I may actually no, I'm going to leave it for a bit later. I'm going to leave it for a little bit later because I think that somewhere out there, people do have common sense. That somewhere out there, we're not all the fucking same. So I'm hoping that common sense kicks in to most. I'm hoping that people start standing up against 5G. I'm hoping, I mean, some have in the UK, there are some here in Australia. I am not sure about the United States or other countries. I think I heard some in China were doing it. Not 100% sure about anywhere else. But the big ass drama we've got at the moment is those two things. The situation that we are in, that we have put ourselves in, okay, that we have put ourselves in because somebody somewhere said a word and everybody shat their fucking pants and locked themselves up. Nobody did it to you. But that's the case that we've got at the moment, right? We need to discuss that. And if need be, it has to be discussed over and over again so that nobody gets distracted, so that we stay on topic, so that, no, I don't mean just in my fucking channel, but so it sticks into everybody's fucking head, you know? Hang on a minute, let me drop a link. I started to do it and I didn't. Hang on. Hang on a minute. I'll get it together. It's too fucking early here. It's 7:31 a.m. for fuck's sake. I was thinking about starting at around 6 o'clock and then I thought, oh no, good God, no. No, I need at least 2 cups of coffee before I start doing a live stream. I need to be caffeined up, you know, caffeined up. But I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, they start talking about something when something happens, you know, and then we look for information and people come forward with information, whether it be good or bad. People, obviously, it's up to you to decide which way you're going to go with it. You know, and we come out and we start fucking doing this and you think, okay, you know, we're getting it together. And then in comes all of this fucking distraction. You know, all of this fucking distraction. The tits for tats, the fucking bickering, the vaginas. It's all about, it has to be. It all comes down to clicks and views. It has to be. It has to be. Because if it was about wanting to learn something or wanting to listen to people's opinions about what is going on with everything around us at the moment, surely it's a head fuck. For those of you that don't know, it's a head fuck doing this. You know, it's a head fuck doing this because you can see channels. I deliberately said tits unsub. Hey, when you can see people talking about fucking stupid shit, who's upset with me? Oh, I'm going to go talk to them because I don't give a fuck. Be upset with me all the fuck you want. You know, be upset with me all the fuck you want. But I'm going to tell it like I say it. If it resonates, fine. If it doesn't resonate to you, I don't give a fuck either. Hello, grey dude.
Hello, and I agree. I will second that. You tell it like you think it is.
But that should be the only fucking way. Is like, for fuck, come on, can't you see what's going on, you know? I mean, I just can't, I don't get it. Like, what? Everybody's at home, locked up. They lock themselves up. They're happy because the government's given them a payment. So let's talk about vaginas now. Let's discuss how upset somebody is with me. I don't fucking care. What goes through my mind is where the fuck we're going to end up and what is all this leading to. Because once we get to their end goal, there is no saving your ass. You can have guns on your fucking hips. You can have whatever the fuck you want. You can have your pitchfork. You can even have my goddamn fucking salad fork. It ain't gonna fucking matter. Because they're gonna have you so fucking locked up and surveilled so fucking tightly. They're gonna have you by the short and fucking curlies that you won't be able to fart without them knowing. You know, you won't be able to fart. Boys go inside the house till they passed. Of course they are. This is, lady, this is the thing that I don't get. This has been going on for fucking ever. How is it that people only come out now, and some of them don't even come out now and say, oh, you know, that we're being surveilled on every fucking angle? We are, and we have been for fucking ever. For fucking ever. Unsub, exactly. Exactly. We're not the fucking first to talk about this. There's been people out there that have been talking about this kind of shit for fucking years. And they got dissed back then. And what's happening to truthers now? They cop the same fucking shit. And if we're lucky to be around in 10 years, which I don't think so, but then maybe we will because humanity just seems to fucking comply, you know? They just seem to fucking comply. So if we're around in 10 years and there's a new bunch of people that are coming out as truthers, they're going to get dissed just the same as everybody else. Why? Because we want to change, but we're not prepared to change to do it. Don't want to change. No. You go out and change and you do it for me. I don't want to change. Not today. Am I making fun? Yes, I am making fucking fun. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Because like I said, once it gets past the fucking sad point of what I'm looking at, it becomes comical. Extremely fucking comical. Let me find something that I can show you people. I sat and I couldn't stop laughing last night. I couldn't stop fucking laughing. I might get a strike for this at some point somewhere, I don't know. But I couldn't stop laughing. Hang on. Let me find it. Let me find it. Okay, hang on. Let me put it up here. Let me stop it so that I can get it to where I want it. Share screen. Share screen. Share. We'll go large view. We'll unmute. People. Hang on a minute. I'll find you more. Hang on a minute.
Oh man.
Hang on a minute.
Hang on.
I'll find you more. Wait a minute.
She says hang on. I guess you gotta hang on.
Wait a minute. Oh, there's more. There's more. There's more.
It could be 2 volts.
I just have to find where it is.
2 volts.
Oh, please don't tell me they removed it. Oh, no, don't. No, 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 no. 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 Oh, come on. They couldn't have removed it that quick. She was there. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Hang on a minute. Bear with me. Okay, that one is there. Maybe further down. Maybe further down. I might have to open up Skype and grab the link from Skype. Wait a minute. No, we'll go back up. Wait a minute. I'm going back up. She was there. Oh, this was funny too. This was funny too. Hang on. Okay, let me share screen again. Okay.
Oh, it's supposed to be watching. Oh, look at that. This has got to be in Japan.
Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna find more. I'm gonna get more.
Is this in Japan, Perth?
That one was supposed to. That was supposed to be in China, I think. Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on. Oh, there's more. There's lots more. You can just, yeah, go from one to the next to the next. I'm trying to find a certain one. She was just fucking hilarious. Oh, why isn't it coming up? Come on. Damn it. Damn it. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Let me go back on the list. It was in the top 2, 3 yesterday. Um, it was in the top 2, 3. Hang on. Let me add a word to the search thingy. See if it changes it. Okay, maybe. Come on, come on. Come on, where is she? Come on. Wait a minute. Oh, please don't say that they deleted it. Surely they couldn't have deleted it. Hang on, just bear with me, people. She did an awesome fucking job. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back into Skype and find the link. Or I might even. Okay, we'll go here. Maybe there. Maybe there. Oh no! Did they fucking delete it? How could they have deleted it? It was in the funny section. How could they have deleted it? They can delete fucking anything, right? She did such a fucking good job. Hang on. I'm not going to I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm going to open up my Skype for a bit. Hang on. And I'm gonna get the link out of there. Let's see if they actually fucking deleted it. Where did it go? I dropped it to my kids. I think this might be it. Copy link. Let's see if this is it. Sorry, folks, it's early in the morning and I'm not my speedy normal self, but hey.
Next time, be more on the ball when you come on.
Here she is. Here she is. Okay.
Just kidding.
If this doesn't tell you what's going on, I don't know what does. Okay. Okay. Sharing this. All right. We got it.
All right.
Let me open it. We're going to unmute it. We're going to take it back to the square one. We're going share screen. Sharing screen. And we're going to play it.
Why everybody isn't following the same rules right now. They're very clear. So let's take a minute and let's go over them again. First, you must not leave the house for any reason, unless of course you have a reason, and then you may leave the house. All stores are closed except those that are open. And all stores must close unless, of course, they need to stay open. This virus is deadly, but don't be afraid of it. It can only kill people who are vulnerable and also those who are not vulnerable. We should stay locked down until the virus stops infecting people. If enough of us get infected, that we build immunity. So it is very important that we get infected and also do not get infected. You should not go to the doctor's office or the hospital unless you have to go there. Unless, of course, you are too sick to go there. This virus has no effect on children except for those children in which it affects. The virus remains active on different surfaces for 2 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours, but in most cases it's days and not hours, and it needs a damp environment or a cold environment that is warm and dry in the air, unless the air is plastic. Schools are closed, so you need to homeschool your children unless you can send them to school because you are not home. If you are at home, you can school your children using various portals and online classrooms unless you have poor internet, more than one child, only one computer, or you are working from home. Baking cakes can be considered math, science, or art. If you are home educating, you can include household chores within their education curriculum. And if you are home educating, you may start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. every day. If you are not home educating children, you may also start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you still need to wear one because it can save lives. And in some cases, it may even be mandatory, but also maybe not. You must not go to work, but you can get another job, at which point you may go to work. Stay home. I don't know how many more celebrities we need to have tell you how important it is to go outside and take care of your mental health. There is no shortage of groceries in the supermarket. There are simply many things missing. You don't need to go buy a bunch of toilet paper, but you should buy some in case you need it. If you are sick, you may go out once you are better, but those in your household, they cannot go out once you are better unless, of course, they need to go out. Animals are not affected by the virus, except for that cat that tested positive in Belgium in February, plus a couple tigers. The number of corona-related deaths will be announced daily, but we don't know how many people are infected because we are only testing those who are almost dead to determine if that's what they will die of. The people who die of corona who are not counted won't or will be counted, but maybe not. To help protect yourself during these times, you should be eating well and exercising, but exercising will mean eating what you have at home to avoid going to the stores unless you need toilet paper or a fence panel. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks, but do go walk in other places. Just don't sit down unless you are old or pregnant. But if you do sit down, don't sit for too long, unless you are old and you are pregnant, in which case you need to sit down. If you do sit down, don't eat unless you've had a long walk, which you are allowed to do if you are old or pregnant, except for times in which you aren't. Don't visit old people, but you have a moral obligation to take care of old people and bring them food and medicine. And finally, no businesses will go down due to coronavirus except those businesses that go down due to COVID-19. I hope this cleared up any questions about what we should and should not be doing during this time. Please educate your friends and family with this information so we can remove any and all confusion surrounding this time. Thank you. I don't understand why everybody isn't following the same.
I got to listen to this again because the first time I listened to it, okay, I missed a lot of shit. I thought she was, to begin with, I thought she was actually serious, but then I realized she was taking the fucking piss badly. And it reminded me so much of what I'd said about when I look at the government's given their updates, it's almost as if they don't know what the fuck to do, okay?
Rules right now.
I love
They're very
it.
clear. So let's take a minute and let's go over them again. First, you must not leave the house for any reason, unless of course you have a reason, and then you may leave the house. All stores are closed except those that are open. And all stores must close unless
Oh man, that's awesome.
the virus is deadly. But don't be afraid of it. It can only kill people who are vulnerable and also those who are not vulnerable. We should stay locked down until the virus stops infecting people. And it will only stop infecting people if enough of us get infected that we build immunity. So it is very important that we get infected and also do not get infected. You should not go to the doctor's office or the hospital unless you have to go there. Unless, of course, you are too sick to go there. This virus has no effect on children except for those children in which it affects. The virus remains active on different surfaces for 2 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours, but in most cases it's days and not hours, and it needs a damp environment or a cold environment that is warm and dry in the air, unless the air is plastic. Schools are closed, so you need to homeschool your children unless you can send them to school because you are not home. If you are at home, you can school your children using various portals and online classrooms unless you have poor internet, more than one child, only one computer, or you are working from home. Baking cakes can be considered math, science, or art. If you are home educating, you can include household chores within their education curriculum. And if you are home educating, you may start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. every day. If you are not home educating children, you may also start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you still need to wear one because it can save lives. And in some cases, it may even be mandatory, but also maybe not. You must not go to work, but you can get another job, at which point you may go to work. Stay home. I don't know how many more celebrities we need to have tell you how important it is to go outside and take care of your mental health. There is no shortage of groceries in the supermarket. There are simply many things missing. You don't need to go buy a bunch of toilet paper, but you should buy some in case you need it. If you are sick, you may go out once you are better, but those in your household, they cannot go out once you are better unless, of course, they need to go out. Animals are not affected by the virus, except for that cat that tested positive in Belgium in February, plus a couple tigers. The number of corona-related deaths will be announced daily, but we don't know how many people are infected because we were only testing those who are almost dead to determine if that's what they will die of. The people who die of corona who are not counted won't or will be counted, but maybe not. To help protect yourself during the eating well and exercising, but exercising will mean eating what you have at home to avoid going to the stores unless you need toilet paper or a fence panel. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks, but do go walk in other places. Just don't sit down unless you are old or pregnant. But if you do sit down, don't sit for too long. Unless you are old and you are pregnant, in which case you need to sit down. But if you do sit down, don't eat unless you've had a long walk, which you are allowed to do if you are old or pregnant, except for times in which you aren't. Don't visit old people. But you have a moral obligation to take care of old people and bring them food and medicine. And finally, no businesses will go down due to coronavirus except those businesses that go down due to COVID-19. I hope this cleared up any questions about what we should and should not be doing during this time. Please educate your friends and family with this information so we can remove any and all confusion surrounding this time. Thank you. Yeah, I really don't understand why everybody isn't following the same rules right now.
People, she pretty much is describing to the useless eater how they're getting butt fucked on every level. Can people not see this? I mean, she puts it in such a fucking great way. Okay, this is what people are believing.
Oh man!
What you just saw there is what people are believing. How can this not be fucking comical? How can it not be fucking funny? She says it to
Oh god!
perfection. That's got to be the best
Yeah.
YouTube video that I have ever seen in my fucking life. Fuck everything else. She is pretty much just right there described to everybody, the shit that you fucking believe on a daily basis.
Can you put the link in the chat there for that, Perth?
I can do. Hang on a second.
Because I'm gonna add that to my playlist. Thank you very much.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I don't know who it initially belongs to, okay, which I'm trying to find at the moment. There, I got it off. I actually saw it off another channel. It's not the actual chick's channel. I don't even know if she's got a channel. I'm assuming that she would have. But the guy that put it up didn't put up, as far as I can see, a link to her channel, right? Which she deserves the credit. But hey, just give me a minute. I'm seeing that's the girl. I should be able to find it from there. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find it from there.
Hey, or Dirt Farmer Pot. How's it going, man?
Oh, okay. There it is. Okay. I want to give her credit because she fucking deserves every bit of goddamn credit. This is not on YouTube. She posted it on Instagram. Okay? So, where are we? Wait a minute. There's the link. If you hit that, which I just hit that, okay, If you scroll down a little bit, it's the first video that you can see there. She's got a black jacket on. That's where you find the original chick that actually did it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Pot, thanks. But that is thanks to Perth. She did that for me, and she did a great job. I think so, anyway. But yeah, Perth set that avatar up for me and my banner, and yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Unfound Futures, hey. Pissed Off Taxpayer, hey. Anybody else that I've missed that has come in? Jim, hey. Poor Dirt Farmer, hey. I'm just scrolling down trying to find everybody. But people, it's no wonder that fun is being made, okay? I could listen to that on replay all fucking day, all day. She describes it to perfection. This is what you are following.
Yeah.
They are the rules that you are following. We can sit there and we can laugh at it and we go, that's ridiculous. But every fucking useless leader on this fucking earth is following those rules. You can, but you can't. You can, but you can't. You can, but you can't. It is, it isn't. It is, it isn't. It is, it isn't. Pissed Off Taxpayer, if you're chasing a banner or you're chasing an avatar or whatever, I can make one up for you, mate. Just let me know. It doesn't take long. The longest thing that it pretty much takes is finding the correct picture that you want, or a picture that I think would suit you. So, but putting them together takes all of 15, 20 minutes for me, not even. But anyway, that's her, people.
Yeah, check out my banner. Oh, sorry. Check out the banner she did for me. Yeah, on my channel. It's pretty sweet. Perth says that's alien font, she says. Mm-hmm. Isn't that what you said, Perth?
I think so. Without going back and having a look, I've done many since then. So sadly, after getting to about 150 of banners and what have you, that's when I ended up having the huge computer drama, and I lost the whole fucking lot. Everything that I made went down the toilet. But anyway.
Oh, you got to sign in and everything to get
No, you
to
don't.
get the video.
No, you don't. When you go to that link, when you click on it, just scroll down a little bit. The video is right there.
Yeah, I know. I clicked on it and the freaking screen comes up that tells me I got to sign in.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Then
Instagram. I don't belong to Instagram, Perth.
Yeah, me either.
Okay.
To me, for a video like that, listen, I was tempted to put that up and share it with people, but I thought, no, with a video like that, she needs the credit for it because she did it.
But it's too bad. That needs to get around. That is priceless, though, Perth. It's priceless.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I might even do it for the simple fact of just a sharing thing, like I normally do, but not play it. But the thing is, it will again try just. Oh, there you go. Danny says.
You can put it. Sorry.
Danny's saying to you, Grey Dude, that he says just try just right clicking on it.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, let's try that. Alright, let's try that again here. Now, let's see.
But if you people think
Oh, that's.
that, by calling everybody useless eaters, and I'm not exempt from that, okay? For those that are offended by the word useless eater, what the fuck else do you think they're going to call everybody when they are the rules that we follow? What do you want to be called? Fucking intelligent? Danny says, then open a new tab and it'll give you the link.
Yeah, I did.
Or something.
Well, I've already tried it. It didn't work. But anyway, thanks.
Unfound futures, can you try and not just put up one word at a time, because you're really taking over chat there, mate. I don't know who you are. You're new here.
Yeah, that's.
But I'm looking at that, and yeah, I'm not happy with what's going on there. So rather than me delete all your comments, can you not be doing that? But how?
Yep,
How is
maybe.
it possible? Sorry, Greg, go on.
Would you be interested in putting that up on TrueTube?
I'll stick it up, but I'll do it as, the thing is, if I do that, then the credit goes to the person where I saw it, which is a YouTube channel. It's not her channel.
Yeah, right.
Now, I appreciate them for putting it up because that's how I found it, but I think she should get the credit for it. Do you know what I mean? That shit needs to go fucking viral, because that is what people are looking at.
Yeah, well, it can't go viral when it's on, what was it, Instagram? I mean, does that Instagram stuff go viral? I mean, I don't know. Is that as popular as like Facebook and YouTube? Or what is it, Twitter?
I have no idea, mate. I don't have any
Yeah,
of that.
I don't.
Can't be bothered with it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's too bad. I would have put that up on my playlist on my YouTube channel, and I would have put it on my channel on TrueTube, because that's awesome. That's definitely something that I'd like other people to see.
Even, listen, what I might do is do a video with the Instagram link, and then people can go and watch it there.
You can't watch it there unless you belong to Instagram.
Just give me a minute.
You got to sign up for Instagram.
Just give me a minute.
Well, so that's what's nice about that other TrueTube. You don't have to belong to. In YouTube, you don't have to belong to YouTube or TrueTube to watch a video. You do if you want to make a comment, but you don't have to belong. You can just boot it up and watch a video. That's what I like about those two. And then I suppose D Live too. I don't know. D Live, is that the way D Live works too?
Hang on a minute. Let me just let me refresh. I have a problem with my speed. When I look at what do you call it? The YouTube page, it gets stuck. The same, I think that I am watching what it's showing me, and if I refresh, the conversation has moved on by 30 minutes. So yeah. Well, Unfound has just taken a permanent vacay, so I don't think we have to worry about Unfound futures. But yeah. So people really, at the end of the day, when you're looking at everything that's coming at you in society, remember that chick, because that's what you're listening to. That's what you're fucking listening to. That's how fucking. That's why they came up with the name useless eaters, useful idiots, sheeple, fucking parasites, terrorists. It's not from me. So get over your fucking sensitivity for whoever is sensitive over that particular word. Let's stop talking about fucking vaginas or a particular fucking vagina, which I'm really, at the end of the day, not into that. I can't see how it can be that fucking important and relative in as to what we're going through now. You know what I mean?
Whose vagina are they talking about now?
Yeah, he's gone, Danny. He's taken a permanent vacay, mate. Like I said, I don't time people out. I block them straight from the channel. So if another one comes back doing the same thing, then he's just using another channel and he can do whatever. But people, we need to wake the fuck up. We need to wake up. That's what you're listening to. That is what is ruling your life. What you just fucking heard. That is what you are following. You are following those rules. When you need to remind yourself of the ridiculous shit that you are doing, turn that on and watch it. Because when you get past the point of laughing, all right, which it is, it's extremely fucking hilarious. When you get past that point, then tell yourself, they're the rules that I'm following. If we think they're stupid, how fucking stupid are we? They're the ones that are doing it. They're not following. They're the ones that are giving you those rules. You're the one that is following it. We might not. You can, but you can't. You should, but you shouldn't. Anyway, on to the next topic of discussion for the moment. We will get back to humanity's stupidity shortly. One can never, yeah, there's always plenty of stuff. But what I want to do is I want to give a shout out, a huge fucking shout out, okay, to communities like this one. Oh, yeah, no, Jim, you can't give people a date. You know why? Because I gave people a date a while back. I picked the 11th of every month. I said, let's all just stop, do nothing. Don't send the kids to school. Don't go to work. Don't open the fucking shop. Don't buy anything. Just do nothing for a day. Do you know that majority of the people that were already do nothing were busy on that day? They couldn't do it because they were all of a sudden busy on that day. So useless eaters can get together on balconies and fucking clap like fucking monkeys, okay, because somebody said, get on your balcony and clap like fucking monkeys, and they do it. But to get them to go out there and scream that they're free, which they're not, right? Yeah, no, nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. But anyway, I'm going to go on to this. Share screen. This is in a little town called Mullumbimby in Australia. This is what people are doing in some communities, okay, for their health, for their children's health. We're going into 5G now, all right? But kudos to them for what they are doing.
Cam Sanderson for Mullen Reel. And we're at the back of the Mullumbimby Post Office, and behind me is the Telstra Tower. Right now, there's a cherry picker behind me, and they're trying to get that inside of the building in order to put up the 5G on the Telstra Tower. There's a lot of community gathered around in protest. There's a moratorium on 5G in this area with the Byron Shire Council in New South Wales. There's a van parked in front of the driveway. Police are on the scene. Everyone's being very respectful of the social distancing.
Yeah.
So we've galvanised today. We're here. We're saying, why are you not listening to the people? Why are you not listening to the community? There's tens of thousands of scientists and doctors globally given solid evidence as to the health impacts, the environmental implications, what this means for our birds, our bees, our children. It has the capacity for catastrophic effects. We also have surveillance issues with this. It's all linked in with the smart cities, which is facial recognition. We're marching towards a China, dictatorship here with this. These are incremental steps along the way. And today, it's been a big victory because we've had a lot of community members just jump out straight away and say no, and the Telstra have left.
Now, we are here standing today because back on the 19th of March, Council voted unanimously to put a moratorium on this upgrade for this particular tower so that it was not going to be upgraded for a 5G network. It was through hundreds of people in this community and thousands online that voted against this upgrade, as well as a unanimous vote on the businesses on the ground saying they did not want it.
I'm here with Tony Barry, long-time activist. What do you want to say about what's happening today, Tony?
This community is notorious for being engaged in responsible activism over the years, and they weren't even given the notice that this was happening. So they surreptitiously came along here and they're trying to install 5G. I believe they've been installing it down at the high school as well. This is what they're doing in America, and this is what they're doing here. And the police, unfortunately, are supposedly looking after the interests of the people, and they are being seduced. I don't know how, but they're being seduced into looking after the interests of the corporations.
So as the light fades on Wednesday, the 22nd of April, 2020, the day that Telstra decided to start their 5G works in Mullumbimby. And there was plenty of protests today, probably about 60 to 70. We know one person got arrested, and we know there's plenty of people who are willing to stand in the way of Telstra getting their 5G up and running in Mullumbimby.
You know, it's towns like that that need recognition, okay? It's towns like that that need recognition because that shows unity. It shows people fucking coming together, doing something. And that's just a small town. That, I mean, I don't know the population of the town or whatever, but for fuck's sake, they got off their asses and they did something. They got off their asses and they did something. You can't do it on your own. Nobody can do it on their own. There's no point going off at somebody going, oh, you just come on here and preach, and what is it that you do? I'm trying to bring you the fucking information. I would be standing up out there if there was more people here that were prepared to fucking stand up. I'm not going to get locked up for useless eaters that just want to fucking lock themselves in the house and not do shit, but wait for somebody else to do shit. People need to stand up. It's the numbers. It's always the fucking numbers, people. It's not a matter of, oh, let's sit back and see what happens to them. Bullshit. That's a bullshit ass fucking attitude. It's called get up and join them. Get up and fucking support them. They're there, not just for their own asses. They're there for you as well. I mean, I know in the UK that they were burning some down or pulling some down. I think, if memory serves me correctly, I think it was in China where people were standing up against 5G. Um, you know, don't sell out. Don't sell out for the fucking quick and easy. You know, don't sell out for the quick and easy. That's how we got here. That's how people got here because people didn't want to think. People just wanted somebody else to do shit for them. You know, I don't want to worry about that. Let somebody else do it. You know, let somebody else do it. Sixth guy in Wollongong is making PPE and giving it away. Sorry, what's PPE? Sixth? I know I probably know it, but abbreviated, it's not coming to me, so. Oh, exactly. You can only take the dog for a walk if the dog needs a walk. And if the dog hasn't told you that it wants to go for a walk, then you shouldn't really take the dog for a walk. Well, see, again, personal protective equipment. Like, why try to find a way around all of this? Why not just simply get up and face it head on? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are people trying to fucking find ways of you know, sneaking to work or doing this, or maybe we should do that way we can avoid this? Why are people doing that? When it's easier to just fucking drop all the drama, come together
Oh
and
my.
fucking face it head on.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody's quick to say I want to go to heaven, but sadly, the only way to get to heaven is to die. You know, there ain't nothing, the FEMA bus ain't going to take you there. You know, I hear people saying all of that all the time. Oh, you know, we're going home, we're going to heaven. But nobody wants to stand up because they're scared. They're scared that something might happen to them. Well, how do you think you're going to get there? I mean, boycott these fucking places. These people didn't come there with pitchforks and salad forks and whatever. They just stood up and said no. Oh, Walter, please. You need goggles. You got to wear protective goggles because it's going to jump in your eyeballs. Yeah, and jump in your eyeballs. It will. If it was that easy and it was airborne and all the rest of it, can you imagine how many people would be dead by now? Half of Earth would be dead by now if it gets in your mouth, up your nose, up your ass, hence the toilet paper war, and in your eyeballs. I'm wondering how India is surviving all of this. That's always on the top of my thought list. Is how is India surviving this?
Oh.
But people don't fucking sell out. Don't turn around and go, oh, 5G is good. You know, it'll get us faster internet so that we can talk about vaginas more. You know, it'll get us faster internet because then we can do tit to tat, we can do videos quicker. Stop selling the fuck out, you know? Oh, Danny, it continues, mate, you know? It continues. That's why I said the people that get offended by the word useless eater and they listen to that chick that I just put on, how can you not be called a useless eater? Yeah, sixth, I'm not saying, okay, I am not saying that there isn't something killing people, but that is what the Italian doctors said was a strange, like pneumonia. They said it was not what they were told, as in COVID, as in corona. They were finding a strange kind of pneumonia. Now, if you're already health compromised, of course your chances are going to be low. It's with everything. It's if you catch a nasty motherfucking flu, your chances already are compromised. You know what I mean? But this what's going around and the way that they jumped on it and named it and whatever, this is nothing but a different kind of flu. Again, I'm saying, as far as the strange pneumonia-like thing, that's a whole other ball game. That's a whole other ball game. And I mean, what is their testing? So many doctors have come out now and have said that they're testing in the wrong fucking way. They're literally putting on death certificates that people have died from this when in actual fact they had 3 or 4 underlying other issues that they were going to die from anyway. But hey, if they got, according to the test, corona, then they should put on a death certificate that that person died of corona, like they were healthy prior to it. And not only that, like somebody left a comment under one of my videos saying, if they're burning the bodies and they're disposing of all these bodies, how can anybody do an autopsy to find out what those people exactly died of? And if it wasn't corona that they died of, then why is the government not allowing people to have decent funerals so that the relatives can actually fucking say goodbye to them? There's a lot of unanswered questions. A lot of unanswered questions. Because they're hiding their own bullshit. You know? They're hiding their own bullshit. They're hiding their own bullshit. They're not going to come out and say, "Oh, we fucked up." You know, they're not going to come out and say, "Oh, yeah, you know, the flu that's kind of going around, this flu thing that's going around is nastier than your original flu." But then, hey, there is this thing that we can't diagnose. It's like some strange kind of pneumonia. They're not going to come out and admit that they fucked up. If you're waiting for them to admit to something like that or to apologize for locking down planet Earth, okay, yeah, no, they're not going to. They now have to cover their bullshit. And if it means having to continuously lie and continuously fucking come up with new pile of bullshit, they will do that. Why? Because they can. Why? Because we allow it. We are playing along with every fucking thing. Are people not thinking the social distancing, how much of an effect that is going to have on people if this continues for 2 fucking years? Is anybody thinking about that? Danny, exactly, mate. Exactly, and keep on smoking. Keep on smoking. You know, because that way any nasty bug that comes in is it's gonna latch onto the fucking nicotine, mate. You know, it won't latch onto your fucking lungs. You can always hurt that shit up. Yeah, social distance people for fucking whatever. Like I said, they didn't fucking shut shop on planet Earth over 9/11 because they just needed that to be an excuse to go fucking kill innocent people. So you got to ask yourself, what's this 9/11 event for? Of course, the elderly. I'm not saying that the elderly aren't. They're already compromised. They're already health compromised. You know, Grey dude, have you got something blowing at your mic?
I'm sorry?
What am I hearing from your end? Have you got something blowing at your mic?
No, let me. Well, it could be my computer. Let me mute.
Yeah, no, I know that it's coming from. I know that it's coming from you, but I'm just asking what is it that I can hear, because I normally don't hear that from your computer. But people, it's insanity. It's insanity, the bullshit that we fucking believe on a daily basis. Insanity. Oh, we're asking you to download the app. But then again, we just might make it mandatory if you don't comply. It's a do or a don't, you know? We're asking, but we're not asking. It's the same thing that this chick is fucking saying. How can we follow that kind of bullshit? At what point do we fucking grow a brain and go, well, hang on a minute, hang on a fucking minute. If you're fucked up and you don't know what the fuck you want, why the fuck do I have to follow that? Why? People just do, because it's easier. Don't think, don't fucking think. Whatever you do, don't think. Don't pull up that common sense thingy, God forbid. Exactly, Walter. Like, people never fucking died before because their health they were already fucking either health compromised, or they had a nasty, what do you call it? Some fucking nasty issue with either their heart or whatever it is, or respiratory problems. This is nothing new. The way that people are going on about this is like people have never died before. Because the government didn't make a big thing out of it. They don't care. They like it when you're sick because you go to the pharmacy, you buy a whole pile of junk, you take it, it's helping Big Pharma. You go to the doctors, that's helping the doctors. They get rich out of it, whatever. They're not going to do that over the flu. That keeps the system going. But they needed everybody fucking isolated so that they could do some shit. And that's what we need to be looking at. Is it 5G? Is it something else? I don't know. Okay? I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to fucking look at every angle, okay? I'm trying to look at every angle to see what I can come up with, what I can find. Is there something other than 5G going on out there? But don't just fucking follow and then get offended. Don't just follow and then get offended. Because what she said is fucking 100% true. Oh, listen, the doctors always get rich, Six. They always get rich, okay? I said the other day, one of their little entourage, okay? They have their little entourage. If they can convince a patient who doesn't want surgery, if one of them can convince the patient to get surgery, okay, so that the surgeon can make the big bucks, they get a $5,000 bonus. Really? Is that what the medical profession is all about? If you can convince somebody for me to slice you and dice you, I'm going to give you 5K? And don't think that that's not true. Because my daughter spoke to one of them. That's how I found out. Because when I started talking about it, not long after that, she goes to me. She goes, Mum, you were right. Exactly, Jim. Exactly. And it's no different to vaccines. If you've been vaccinated and that vaccine is guaranteed to keep you safe, okay, Just like a mask. If you're wearing a mask, why should you be fucking concerned if I'm not? You've been told that that can save you. Why should you be concerned that I am not vaccinated or that I am not wearing a mask? Because it's a load of fucking crap. But we fall for that garbage every fucking single time. Just like now. Like I said, don't blame your governments for the situation that you're in. You're there because you chose to be there. You're there because you chose to be there. Can you walk out the front door? Yes, you can. At any time, you can turn that fucking knob and walk out the front door. Can you go back to work? Yes, you can. You can do anything that you want. Going to work is not committing a crime. Feeding your family is not committing a motherfucking crime unless you tell yourself it is. Unless you believe somebody else telling you that you are committing a crime in feeding your children, in wanting to have an income. I mean, fuck, not so long ago, it was all about, oh, those fuckers that aren't working, this, that, and the other, we're feeding everybody, yada, yada, yada. You know, oh, the government concerned about employment, you know, we're creating jobs, we're doing this. Where the fuck is everybody now? Where the fuck is everybody now? I'd say more than half the fucking planet is not working anymore. Dependent on who? On the government. And that's if you can get a payment. And that's if you can get a payment. If you can't get a payment, do they give a fuck about you if you can't, if you don't qualify? Are they going to come to your door and bring you bags of food and say, here, feed your kids? They don't fucking care. They don't fucking care. So get the fact, get over the fact that thinking that you know you're special and your government will take care of you and everything they do is for you and it's for your safety and it's for your benefit, because it's fucking not. It never has been. It never fucking will be. Oh, the app. Oh, social media is complaining that, you know, information, the surveilling, the whatever. No, it's kept in a government data bank. It's kept there and we don't have access to that. Really? Well, give me the fucking key. Give me the fucking key and then I'll believe you. Why are they so concerned in keeping people apart? Because that's what the app does. They're covering it up under the guise of that if somebody comes too close to you, that will give them an idea about corona. Yeah, bullshit. They cover things with other things and other things. Why are they so concerned? Why is there a huge effort to keep people apart? And like I said, kudos to the people that have stood up. But for fuck's sake, come on, people. You're standing up, but you're still asking permission. You're asking permission. On one side, you're saying we want to be free. Do free people ask permission? You know, do free people ask permission? Can I go back to work? Can I feed my family? Do free people ask fucking permission? No, they don't. Oh, mate, listen, if you have a look at Agenda 21/30, okay, if you have a look at that, you will see they want people dependent on the government, because when they pull the plug, you ain't got nowhere to turn. Nowhere. You're going to start knocking each other off, hence the Georgia Guidestones. Oh, I wonder how they're going to do that. They've been doing it for fucking years via the military. You go and knock people off for them. Innocent people, for them. We'll pull the plug and let's watch the useless eaters knock each other off for food because they've got no money to fucking go buy food and no access to food. The bigger picture, people. Think the bigger picture. Grey dude, I didn't mean you had to mute yourself permanently, mate. You can chime in anytime you want. I mean, fuck. Months ago, there was this huge thing over the internet. Get rid of the burqas, get rid of the burqas. Nobody's wearing a burqa. Show your face, show your face, show your face. What are you all doing now? You want to wear masks. You're not showing your face now. What's the big issue? You can walk into a bank, you can walk in anywhere now with a fucking mask on. The fuck were you complaining about months ago? Doing the same fucking thing that you complained about. Same fucking thing you complained about. 1 month you complain about it, the next month you're doing it. You're doing it. You just can't fucking see that you're doing it. And I know it's not fucking easy. I get it. I get it. I used to be one of those fucking people. You know, I get it. But come on. Chris, exactly. Exactly. They got fucking guidelines sent out to the doctors saying if the patient came up with it tested and it showed up that they had corona, which we all have in our fucking bodies, that they should put down the coronavirus, that that's what they died of. You know, is anybody checking? Can anybody do an autopsy? Oh, smoking, who knows, mate? Who knows? But to me, okay, to me, this social distancing is a worry. It is a fucking worry. Because they don't seem 100% concerned about the masks. Obviously, they're instilling fear, so people are running for masks, which are useless, okay? Which are useless. Washing your hands 100 times a day is useless because the amount of times that you're going to touch something that has not been washed, has not been sterilized. What, are we going to sterilize ourselves and our environment to the point where we're going to catch anything that fucking comes along? Masks are good, people. If you're going to write on your mask, silence is consent. If you're going to write on your mask, stand the fuck up. If you're going to write on your mask, stop being a fuckwit. That's what masks are good for. That's the only thing those masks are good for. As soon as this shit came out, I was saying to you guys on my live streams, a top surgical nurse here in Perth told my daughter, she was laughing and said, the masks that people are wearing do nothing. They do nothing. This is from a hospital employee. They do nothing, she said. Exactly, Mr. Jones. Why is it that when these auditors go around, the parking lots are empty, the emergency centres are empty, the makeshift fucking COVID testing thingies, nobody there. Nobody there. The people that work in hospitals, the last video that I put up on the respiratory, what was he, a respiratory therapist, showing all the fucking ventilators going, does it look like we're in a shortage of ventilators? Why is YouTube now deleting all of those videos? To get it, yeah, they camouflage that shit every way possible, smoking. Yeah, I don't think so. There's another agenda to this social distancing shit, and I tell you what, it ain't fucking gonna be good for the useless eater. That's all I gotta say. It's not for your benefit. But hey, I'm sure that you'll all find out at the end of the day what it is, and then people can discuss that and totally forget that they chose to live the way that they live. We choose this. Nobody forced you in with a gun. I've said it before. The 5G. Is anybody stopping you from going out there saying, this is not good for my health? I don't want this? Walter, exactly. That's what I said to people. Go and have a look for yourself. Get off your fucking ass, get in your car and take a drive. Take a drive. It'll get to the point where they will stop people from driving. They will stop people from driving because they need to fucking hide all of this. They need to keep people in their homes. It will get to a point, if people don't start standing up, where you're going to be told you can't drive. But I'm not sure how they're going to tell you that you can walk to the grocery store, because don't go and exercise, but don't go here, go there. And then how are you going to get that home if nobody's driving? I'm not sure. Of course they will extend the dates. Of course. Our wanker here turned around and said, oh, if you comply with the app, 4 weeks, we can start, relaxing. Okay, in 4 weeks, what? We cured fucking corona in 4 weeks? We don't need to wait for the virus, the vaccine now? We'll start relaxing. But if you don't, and yet at the same time, another stimulus package is coming out in July. What? They just opted to give you free money when you've gone back to work. They want to give you free money. Then you've got the health minister coming out going, oh, social distancing, possible 18 months to 2 years. From what date does that start exactly? There's so much bullshit that is going on. People just don't want to fucking have an open mind. Why? Because, our government wouldn't do that to us. They just wouldn't. Let's just keep the hate and divide going. Let's hate all those other countries that are now in the same shit pool that you are. Let's just fucking hate on them. It was more fun. It was more fun. It was all more fun. Let's talk about vagina or somebody's vagina all fucking day, every day, for fuck's sake. It's more fun.
So whose lady farts are they talking about these days?
Yeah, I'm not even going to mention the name because, yeah, as you know, I don't mention names here, but I'm sure the people that jump from chat to chat know who I'm referring to. And quite frankly, Gray, I really don't give a flying fuck about somebody's vagina. I'm just comparing How is it that people can spend so much time talking about a particular vagina, then worry about what the fuck is going on around them?
Well, I guess I'm the other, so I don't know what you're talking about. So I've been paying enough attention to know that one thing we do know is we don't know. We don't know what's going on.
Well, people need to start fucking talking about it, like I says, and it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about fucking constantly, okay? It needs to be talked about constantly. I mean, how can it not? How can it not be funny? You know, how can it not be funny? How can it not be funny? I mean, just look at that picture that's behind us there. How can that not be fucking funny? What does that remind you of? What does that remind you of? That's why I keep it up there. Can people not see how fucking ridiculous that looks? Is this how you're prepared to live the rest of your fucking life? Because I'm not going to live that way, neither is my family. Hell the fuck no. Hell the fuck no. But we're coming to save you because you want to be saved. You want to be saved. Give me the TV. Give me the mobile phone. I want it faster. I want it faster. You know? Don't take my mobile phone away from me. I never lived a life without a mobile phone. I will die if I don't stay in touch with everything 24/7. I can't go shopping unless I take my mobile phone. Can't. Am I being sarcastic? Yes, I am. Smoking? Me too. Me too. Oh, listen, Mr. Jones. They're dumping milk, they're dumping fucking onions, they're dumping everything that, because the shops aren't open, there's nobody to buy this. They're dumping. We have an earth that is covered with people that are fucking hungry, children that are laying down on the fucking ground and they die there from hunger. If this ain't karma kicking everybody's fucking ass, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't know what the fuck is. Oh, I don't know. Mr. Jones, did you come back from the other channel? Is this your bogus channel? I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on you because you've got no content whatsoever. So, but we'll continue. We'll continue. Like I said, I do the rounds every so often down to my local supermarket. When I see that a cooked chook, for those that don't know what a chook is, it's a chicken. A cooked chook used to be $10. Now it's $23. And people bought the fuckers because there was only two left. There was only two left. People paid 23 fucking dollars for a cooked chook. It's not the stupidity that they put that number on there, okay? They're not stupid. It's the ones that are buying it at that price that are fucking stupid, which is the useless eater. It's the useless eater. We do it to ourselves, but we're quick to point the finger everywhere. Stop it. Take a look at what you're doing first and what you need to change. It's easy to say somebody else is at fault. We need to assume responsibility of the choices that we make. You make the wrong choice, you get your ass kicked. You're supposed to learn from that. But you start making the right choices. I'm not exempt from that. Don't think when I say you that I just mean you and not me. We're all in the same shit pool, people. I have to keep reminding you, all of us. This chunk of dirt, that chunk of dirt, that chunk of dirt, that chunk of dirt. We're all in the same fucking shit pool. All in the same fucking shit pool. Mate, it used to be $10, and like I said, you can put whatever price you want on it, but who's the idiot that fucking pays for it? That actually pays that price, knowing full well that a chook a week ago or a month ago was $10, but now you want me to pay 20-something dollars for it. Who's the idiot that buys the fucking chook? The useless eater. So don't be offended by that word. Get used to it. They just keep adding to that name list. You know, it started off useless eater, then it went to useful idiots, then it went to fucking parasites, then sheeple. Now you're terrorists. Don't go out in the street. Don't rock the boat. You're a fucking terrorist. We're going to make sure that you can't fly out the country so that we can keep an eye on your ass. You're a terrorist. Mr. Jones, that's right, because they don't want farmers. They want to control what you eat. They don't, they want, they'll have a farmer, they'll keep a farmer if a farmer complies and grows GMO seeds. You know, because the farmers aren't complaining, they're not coming together and standing up going, we're not buying your shit. It continues. It continues. Doesn't matter how many times you tell people, stop buying the junk that you buy in the supermarkets. Hit them where it fucking hurts. Stop buying their product. People still go and buy it. They still go and buy it. It's still there on the shelves. Like I says, there was people 10 years ago preaching the same shit that I'm preaching. If we're still around in 10 years, there'll be a new lot of preachers that are preaching the same shit that we are now preaching. Same shit. And that's how it continues. Everybody just fucking talks about it. Everybody just talks about it. They just go along with it. You know, don't rock the boat. Don't fucking do squat. Oh, it'll get better. It'll get better. Sure, it fucking will. Yeah, just not for you. Well, 6, good for you. And I mean that in a nice way. That's not a sarcastic way. Just in case, you know. I need to clear that up. I don't want people to fucking think like me. I don't want to think like anybody else. I want to think like me. People don't have to think like me, but just fucking have an open mind. Have an open mind and take a look at what is going on around you. Can you not see, like that chick says? You can, but you can't. We will, but we won't. You should, but you shouldn't. Like, what the fuck? Everybody should be asking themselves, what the fuck are we listening to? What the fuck are we following? The amount of fucking times that I've spoken to people, and that's why I piss myself laughing when I talk about shit. People eat shit, they drink shit, they pay for shit, they get paid for shit. Come on. Like, how can this be okay? How can it be okay? I mean, there are so many signs that are clearly there in front of you. Someplace not so long ago talking about seeds, they refused. They stopped selling people seeds. Why? Why don't they want to sell seeds to people? If you can't get a hold of seeds, surely you buy fruit and veg. Save the seeds and grow them if you can't buy them. Swap with your neighbour if they eat different food from you and you want those seeds. Swap seeds before they ban you from doing that. You're a plumber, right? Oh, dude, in that case, just stay. You've got no problems. You're going to stay employed for the rest of your life, Ryan. For the rest of your life, your job is fine. Your job is secure. Oh, listen, people. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know, we can talk about this until the fucking cows come home. You know, we can talk about this until the cows come home. But what's everybody going to do about it? That's the question. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. You think you've got the rest of your days, whatever that might be. Oh, no dramas. We're going to be around in 30 years. You will. You'll be around in 30 years because you'll be complying with everything and you'll be eating Soylent Green. And if that's what you're happy with, then just fucking stay seated. Don't do shit. Don't rock the boat. Whatever you do, don't rock the boat. You know, you'll stay alive. They will find some way of, like somebody said earlier on, of making you live forever. You'll be 200 in a wrinkled ass body that really doesn't want to be doing fucking anything except sitting there going, I'm 200 now. It's my birthday today. I'm 200. Just comply. That's all you have to do. Comply. But is that how you want to live? Because you're going to die. Is that how you want your kids to live? I want a better future for my children. Well, that's all good and well, but as a parent, are you prepared to stand up and do something? And I don't mean alone, because nobody can do it on their own. You've got so much proof of that. When people come together, shit gets done, shit gets changed. You know? Shit gets fucking changed. Doing it on your own or telling somebody, oh, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it? Go fuck yourself. It's called unity. It's called coming together. Like I played that video of that community. They stood up. They said, no, we're not having it. We're not having 5G. Not having it. What can they do? What, arrest everybody there? I don't know. I don't know. Don't know, people. Where'd you go to, Gro? I almost forgot you were there.
Just came from the kitchen, got some water. Been listening. Yeah, my computer is whining out. The fan or something is making a bunch of noise.
It's not at the moment.
Oh,
Oh, there it goes now. It seems to kick in on the odd occasion. I don't know. Sometimes I can hear it, and it's not always, but sometimes I can hear it.
oh man.
You know, like Danny says, additional 100 tests done in my area yesterday, still no positives for over a week. So based on these figures, we will be released in 2025. I'm telling you, folks, this social distancing as they're pushing it. They want that app on your phone because of social distancing. It's got nothing to do with tracking the fucking virus. They're pushing it like there's no tomorrow, and they're trying to cover that up. They're trying to cover that up. If they were honest, why aren't they telling people that the masks that some people are wearing and the homemade masks and whatever, that's a load of shit? Common sense. If it gets on your clothing, and it's getting on your shoes and it's getting on everything, really? Common sense. What is a mask going to do? If it gets into your eyeballs, crawls into your ears, up your fucking ass. Where's my phone? I have to take a picture of this dog. I wonder if it's going to allow me to do it. Oh my God, he just looks fucking adorable. I have to take a photo.
Photo.
Yeah, hang on. Just let me Oh, you just look gorgeous and you know it. You know that, right? We show that to Mommy when she comes, yeah? uh, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Just all too fucking sad. It's all too sad. Sorry, people. I went on a rant and I forgot to put up the link if anybody wants to jump up. Grey dude, can you flap your gums for a minute? I need to go to the loo.
All right. Well, let's see what. Well, I live on the up here in northern Minnesota, and I live on a little lake, and the ice is finally gone. Pretty much all of it is gone out of our little bay here, and it sure is nice. And things are all brown, but just a little bit, just a tiny little bit of snow left in the yard. And that's pretty nice to get rid of all that. But weather has not been fun here in the last few days. Wind something out of the north there was really kicking some butt here in the last few days. Today was pleasant. Weather's coming out of the east. Pleasant for me anyway. So yeah, got some barbecue today. Put some chicken thighs on the grill today. That was real sweet. First time I've done that in a long time. It was like lower 50s maybe. Yeah, I'd say that was probably about what it was. Lower 50s.
Go back. Daddy, what's that? News just in. Government CV numbers turn out to be true. We are all dead. It's just they haven't told us yet. Fucking zombies, mate. No wonder. That explains it.
I highly suggest people get ready to say no to the what would be called the mandatory vaccination. I highly suggest getting ready to say no. Because the more people that say no, the better. And I think that's coming.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, things are coming to a head.
Mr. Jones, this is not heaven. This is hell, mate. This is hell. I think this is where you come because you didn't get it right the last time. So you keep getting sent back until you learn the right way. This is hell. It isn't 20 feet down. It isn't 20 miles down. It's not 100 miles down. This is hell. Because nobody's getting it right. You know, while you continue to hate and divide and whatever, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm telling you, I am not kidding. I am not kidding. Do you think in heaven there is child trafficking, human trafficking, sex slavery, child abuse in the home? Do you think that people beating each other up, couples beating each other up, do you think that happens in heaven? This isn't an in-between place. This is hell. This is hell. There is no other explanation as to where hell is, except here. This is it. And if you don't change yourself and look at yourself and open-mindedly look at the situation and what is going on around you, Look at the bigger picture. How much worse can it be? What, burning in a fire? Burning in a fire? You think that's worse? The thing is, Gray, they're going to put people, and they knew this is where they were heading. Sadly, the useless eater cannot fucking see it. When they bring out the vaccines, they're going to say, you can't go to work without a vaccine. You can't go and buy food without a vaccine. Watch and see how many fucking sell out.
Well, it doesn't. In a way, it kind of doesn't surprise me because all these people that continued on their lives as normal after 9/11 think just accepting the official story and other things that happened since then, like what was it, the marathon?
Boston Marathon?
Thank you. And things like that. This shit doesn't add up. A rational person puts these, information that he can get if he's not even hardly looking for it and put it together. A rational person, what they come up with isn't not even close to the official story. And so people just gone along with it, just buying the shit and swallowing it, I guess. And yeah, there's a lot of sheeple out there.
Useless eaters. Let's use the word that they use. It's not my word. I didn't invent it. I didn't come up. It's their word. Useless eaters. So people should not get offended by that.
Yeah.
People should not be offended by that. Everybody now, like I said, everybody's trying to find a way around things. Find a way around this, find a way around that, instead of standing up and going, fuck you, no. That's not hard to do. These people that were in this little town in Mullumbimby, they didn't come out with weapons. They just stood up. They stood together. That's all they did. That's all they did. Can people not see this? How can people not fucking see this? When hundreds or thousands of people come together, everybody gets that attitude of, they're going to get shut down by the police. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They're going to whatever. Let's wait, see what happens to them. What a fucking asshole attitude. Even if you don't agree on everything, fucking get up there and support them. They're not just doing it for themselves. They're doing it for everybody.
Oh, sun just went down.
Well, we've got sun up at the moment, but yeah, they keep on spraying us, so the rain should be in a day or so. Can't have sun. Can't have sun. Vitamin D is good for you. Can't have that. Can't have that. You need to go get Big Pharma's vitamin D pills. Go get their pills. Don't tan. Put shoes on. Put sunglasses on, because fuck knows your eyes need sunlight. Okay? But hey, let's not follow animals which sit there and stare at the sun first thing in the morning and first thing at night. Let's just believe the bullshit that we are told. I see kids walking around at the age of fucking 2 and the mother's got sunglasses on them. It's
Yeah,
called
probably not rated right either.
go grow a fucking brain is what I fucking call it.
Yeah. Yeah, usually those really cheap glasses that they sell for kids aren't UV protection at all.
But what fucking UV protection, mate? I mean, it's been proven that fucking sunscreen gives you skin cancer quicker than the fucking sun does. I mean, it's common sense. You don't lay out there until you look like a fucking tomato or a red capsicum. It's common sense. But your body needs fucking sunlight. It needs vitamin D.
Yeah.
And plus, there's nothing uglier than a fucking cream cheese white fucking ass. I mean, just stop and look. How many useless eaters played that game fucking Pokemon? People were walking out into traffic looking for fucking Pokemon. What does that fucking tell you?
Yeah.
They brought out an app fucking tomorrow going, look for the biggest fucking pile of shit. People would fucking go and do it. The crap that people fucking swallow. If you have questioned just about one fucking thing, pick whichever fucking event you want that the government has thrown at you. If you question one thing, that should make you question everything else. Because if they can lie so bad about one thing, what else are they lying about?
Yeah.
Good for you. They need to be knocked off.
Yeah. I got to step off for a bit. I will be back if you're around.
No dramas. Enjoy the next live stream. Who's gone live?
Oh, I don't know. I have not a clue. I only
Who-
got two. I only have two tabs open. What?
No, I was going to say, you usually piss off on me and go and watch somebody else's live stream and then you come back.
Oh, is that what I do?
I don't know. You go and
Oh,
watch
okay.
the
All
show.
right.
I'm just having a go at you.
Yeah. Well, you're on a roll anyway, Perth. You got your you watered your plants and walked the dog, and so you're good for a while anyway. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all take care. Be safe out there.
Later,
And,
mate.
but get out there. Yeah, be safe out there, but get out there. Hey, I came out with the new saying. What do you think of it?
Not bad.
Not bad. All right, we'll talk later.
Considering it was on the fly, not bad.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Later, mate. Well, people can play all the fucking Pokemon they want now because they don't have work, they don't have money, they can't feed their children. So I guess this is a good time to play Pokemon. You know, put your mask on and pretend that you're going out there getting exercise and instead look for Pokey. There's nothing else going on. You know, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. I'm going to be on for approximately another half hour, people, and then I'm going to depart because I have places to go and things to see. But like I said, you don't have to think like I think, but at least think with an open mind, okay? Think with an open fucking mind. If you have questioned one thing, and only one thing that the government has done, where there's been a pile, a mountain of fucking bullshit behind it, then you have to question everything else. You have to question every other fucking thing. Don't just take other people's word for it. If it resonates to you, Rasta man, hey, put a smile on your dial. Exactly. Put a smile on your dial. But stand up, people. Stand up. You know, everybody always talks about community and help your community. Well, help your community by coming together. Help your community, your county, your whatever, your small little town. Stand up together. They can't do squat to you if you're standing up together. Walter, thanks for hanging, mate. Hey, Trump said. Because enough is enough, people. This is not going to turn out good for you. It won't. If you think it is, you're fooling yourself. You're in a fantasy bubble. You're in a fantasy bubble. Get the fuck out of it. You know, get the fuck out of that fantasy bubble. I mean, they've clearly put it out there. They've clearly put their intentions out there. It doesn't matter which way you fucking look at it. They've clearly put their intentions out there and you still follow. You still follow. Oh, I can't get out there. Oh, there's something scary out there. They locked us in. Nobody locked you in. I'm going to keep rubbing that in. You locked yourself in. Stop pointing the finger. You locked your fucking self in. Can open that door and walk out whenever you fucking want. You just got to grow a pair. And I don't mean a pair of pear trees. I mean a pair of balls. Some kahunas. You know, I hear people saying, oh, we're the strongest and we're the most courageous and we've got it and we've got it covered and we're going to stand up and when shit hits the fan and when. And I'm still not fucking seeing it. I'm still not fucking seeing it. Still not fucking seeing it. I keep waiting for the when this shit is going to hit the fan. What is this shit? You know? If shit's going to happen, then it's your fault. You don't know shit. Oh, God, I wish I could remember the rest of those things about shit. I had a long fucking list of those things. I used to piss myself laughing when I would read them. I don't know, people. You want your brains fried? Don't do anything about 5G. Get excited. Your phone will work faster. Your TV will spew out more fucking bullshit. Exactly, Ryan. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Let your nuts hang, boys. Where are those fucking nuts? Perth Observer wants to see nuts. And I don't mean the ones between your fucking legs. Hello, Sunray.
What much please? I was just about to get up and put my nuts on camera, but hey.
Don't you fucking dare. Oh, God.
Speaking of that, some idiot did actually do that. I had a live stream probably. I just kind of started doing it myself lately, the past couple months, and then somebody entered in. I didn't know who he was. Some guy from America talking nicely for about 30 seconds, and then he's like, "Yo, does YouTube allow this?" And he's just put the camera down in front of his. I just couldn't believe it. But anyway, back off that topic. How are you going? And what's going on? I just chimed in.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I found some funny videos last night that I thought I'd put up for people to basically show them the rules. I don't know if you were around. I don't know if you saw it. The chick that was explaining our situation and the rules that we're following, and how stupid we all should feel for following those rules. I played it earlier on, not once but twice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have missed it. I just came in. Anyway, I can replay
Okay.
it.
Well, basically, I will do a short video on that, so that people know where to go and have a look at it. It's not on YouTube. She's on Instagram, but I think she deserves every bit of fucking credit for that. So I'm not going to play it. I will just do a share thing and say this is where you go if you want to watch it.
Yep.
But yeah.
What, she's obviously in the US, or is she in Australia?
Oh, listen, mate, I didn't, I'm assuming US, and it's not even about that.
Yeah.
It's just that she's made a video, a extremely fucking hilarious video, but what she's literally doing with it is she's saying to people, these are the rules you're following. How stupid are you?
You are the comedy act at the moment.
You know, it was like, you can do this, but you can't do that. We should do this, but you shouldn't do that. But only if you could do this, but you can't do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is how this is the rules and the whatevers that people are following now.
Actually, yeah, to think of
COVID, you know.
Yeah. Like, I mean, to think of that, I heard just the other day there was one of the governors or somewhere. I think obviously it was New York, but he was trying to quash out, or maybe it was somewhere else, but somewhere in America, trying to quash out the people shaking hands or holding hands, right? But then saying it's still okay for partners to have sex, like it can be transmitted through the handshake, but not through sexual intercourse. So, like someone was saying, basically, that doesn't really make any sense, because are you going to have sex without holding somebody's hand or something? You know, like it's just, that's a bit of a comedy in itself. It's facts which kind of roll upon itself and go, well, if you can't hold someone's hand and it's transmitted that way, well, why wouldn't it be transmitted if you're like sexually active with the person, you know?
But didn't you hear that one of the idiots here in Australia was trying to push through a law or whatever that says that people couldn't have sex?
Whoa, no, I didn't.
Oh yeah, one idiot already tried it. He pretty much got fucking laughed at to the max.
Shit, I looked it up. What, a premiere, an actual premiere, or some man of the public?
Yes, no.
Yeah.
Not some useless
Minister.
either. This is some dickhead that somebody has voted for, okay? Some dickhead. There you go. Danny will tell you. It was Communist Andrews here in Victoria. There you go.
Okay. I haven't got the thing out. Where is it though?
The state leader.
Gee.
He already
Wow.
do it. So yeah, somebody told me about this ages ago. They says, "Oh, you know, Poe, did you hear?" Oh, that was just the funniest of shit.
That's definite population control then if they're saying don't have sex. Well, that's what comes to my mind. But anyway, and then to get laughed at by everybody else in the cabinet and then in the public. What sort of ideas is this guy on about? And where's he getting his facts from? Like, come
But
on.
mate, the thing is this is what they're doing,
Yeah,
and people are following it. People are fucking following it.
very willingly because the government wouldn't do anything wrong.
No, God no.
These people are angels. They're not human beings. They don't have any flaws. They're perfect. Their shit doesn't even stink. They don't have to eat. They don't have any stress problems. Nah, just joking. We're all human. We all have flaws. So, and also we're also quite, easily. That's the thing. These people are probably more easily tempted
I really
into
don't understand why.
things of like, oh, I guess I was going to say temptation, but like just things which benefit them at the cost of somebody else, rather, to get them into positions of which they are or help their group. Whereas other people, probably on the lower level, who don't have such stigma about humanity and trying to climb the ladder as much, kind of joke at that sort of shit. Because that guy's serious. He's like trying to make that law go in. Whatever his name is, Daniel Andrews.
Mate,
Anyway.
I'm gonna play it for you again, and I'm gonna play it again for the people that missed it before. Okay.
All right.
Says it to perfection. Listen to what she says, and this is what the useless eater is following. Okay, this is what the useless eater lives by now. Okay, hang on, I'm getting there. Listen.
Everybody isn't following the same rules right now. They're very clear. So let's take a minute and let's go over them again. First, you must not leave the house for any reason, unless of course you have a reason, and then you may leave the house. All stores are closed except those that are open. And all stores are not open. Of course, they need to stay open. This virus is deadly, but don't be afraid of it. It can only kill people who are vulnerable, and also those who are not vulnerable. We should stay locked down until the virus stops infecting people. And it will only stop infecting people if enough of us get infected that we build immunity. So it is very important that we get infected and also do not get infected. You should not go to the doctor's office or the hospital unless you have to go there. Unless, of course, you are too sick to go there. This virus has no effect on children except for those children in which it affects. The virus remains active on different surfaces or 4 hours or 6 hours, but in most cases it's days and not hours, and it needs a damp environment or a cold environment that is warm and dry in the air, unless the air is plastic. Schools are closed, so you need to homeschool your children unless you can send them to school because you are not home. If you are at home, you can school your children using various portals and online classrooms unless you have poor internet, more than one child, only one computer, or you are working from home. Baking cakes can be considered math, science, or art. If you are home educating, you can include household chores within their education curriculum. And if you are home educating, you may start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. every day. If you are not educating children, you may also start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you still need to wear one because it can save lives. And in some cases, it may even be mandatory, but also maybe not. You must not go to work in another job, at which point you may go to work. Stay home. I don't know how many more celebrities we need to have tell you how important it is to go outside and take care of your mental health. There is no shortage of groceries in the supermarket. There are really many things missing. You don't need to go buy a bunch of toilet paper, but you should buy some in case you need it. If you are sick, you may go out once you are better. But those in your household, they cannot go out once you are better unless, of course, they need to go out. Animals are not affected by the virus, except for that cat that tested positive in Belgium in February plus a couple tigers. The number of corona-related deaths will be announced daily, but we don't know how many people are infected because we were only testing those who are almost dead to determine if that's what they will die of. The people who die of corona who are not counted won't or will be counted, but maybe not. To help protect yourself during these times, you should be eating well and exercising, but exercising will mean eating what you have at home to avoid going to the stores unless you need toilet paper or a fence panel. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks, but do go walk in other places. Just don't sit down unless you are old or pregnant. But if you do sit down, don't sit for too long. Unless you are old and you are pregnant, in which case you need to sit down. If you do sit down, unless you've had a long walk, which you are allowed to do if you are old or pregnant, except for times in which you aren't. Don't visit old people, but you have a moral obligation to take care of old people and bring them food and medicine. And finally, no businesses will go down due to coronavirus except those businesses that go down due to COVID-19. I hope this cleared up any questions about what we should and should not be doing during this time. Please educate your friends and family with this information so we can remove any and all confusion surrounding this time. Thank you. Yeah, I really don't understand why everybody isn't following the same rules right now.
Sorry, I'm going to play it again because she does a fucking brilliant job.
Yeah, what's her name? Does it say there? Or?
Again, first, you
Adley,
must not leave
she's
the
on
house for
Instagram.
any reason, unless of course you have a reason, and then you may leave the house. All stores are closed.
I love the
except
microphones.
all stores must close unless, of course, they need to stay open. This virus is deadly.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It can only kill people who are vulnerable and also those who are not vulnerable. We should stay locked down until the virus stops infecting people. And it will only stop infecting people if enough of us get infected that we build immunity. So it is very important that we get infected and also do not get infected. You should not go to the doctor's office or the hospital unless you have to go there, unless you are too sick to go there. This virus has no effect on children except for those children in which it affects. The virus remains active on different surfaces for 2 hours or 4 hours.
Or 6 hours.
In most cases, it stays not hours and it needs a damp environment or a cold environment that is warm and dry in the air, unless the air is plastic. Schools are closed. So you need to homeschool your children unless you can send them to school because you are not home. If you are at home, you can school your children using various portals and online classrooms unless you have poor internet, more than one child, only one computer, or you are working from home. Baking cakes can be considered math, science, or art. If you are home educating, you can include household chores within their education curriculum. And if you are home educating, you may start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. every day. If you are not home educating children, you may also start drinking at approximately 10 a.m. Masks are useless at protecting you against the virus, but you still need to wear one because it can save lives. And in some cases, it may even be mandatory, but also maybe not. You must not go to work, but you can get another job at which point you may go to work. Stay home. I don't know how many more celebrities we need to have tell you how important it is to go outside and take care of your mental health. There is no shortage of groceries in the supermarket. There are simply many things missing. You don't need to go buy a bunch of toilet paper, but you should buy some in case you need it. If you are sick, you may go out once you are better, but those in your household, they cannot go out once you are better unless, of course, they need to go out. Animals are not affected by the virus, except for that cat that tested positive in Belgium in February, plus a couple tigers. The number of corona-related deaths will be announced daily, but we don't know how many people are infected because we were only testing those who are almost dead to determine if that's what they will die of. The people who die of corona who are not counted won't or will be counted, but maybe not. To help protect yourself during these times, you should be eating well and exercising, but exercising will mean eating what you have at home to avoid going to the stores unless you need toilet paper or a fence panel. It's important to get fresh air, but don't go to parks, but do go walk in other places. Just don't sit down unless you are old or pregnant. But if you do sit down, don't sit for too long. Unless you are old and you are pregnant, in which case you need to sit down. If you do sit down, don't eat unless you've had a long walk, which you are allowed to do if you are old or pregnant, except for times in which you aren't. Don't visit old people, but you have a moral obligation to take care of old people and bring them food and medicine. And finally, no businesses will go down due to coronavirus except those businesses that go down due to COVID-19. I hope this cleared up any questions about what we should and should not be doing during this time. Please educate your friends and family with this information so we can remove any and all confusion surrounding this time. Thank you. Yeah, I really don't understand.
Isn't she fucking wonderful? If she's not explaining the useless eater at their best, I don't know who the fuck is. For every time I put up, I swear to God, I am going to literally retake this. And for every COVID fucking bit of information that I put up from here on in, I'm going to play that before I fucking put it up. So that people get to watch this first. And hopefully that opens up their fucking brain a little bit. And then they can watch the info that I share.
Right on. Because fuck, there's too many fucking idiots out there. But anyway.
Oh,
But I
Ryan,
think
mate, no idea. I couldn't stop laughing. I thought, if this ain't explaining the useless eater to fucking perfection, I don't know. That nobody has put it better. Nobody has put it better. These are the rules that the useless eater is following.
I was trying to think of a funny catchphrase, but yeah, absolutely. The way she'd do it, she'd say something and then completely contradict on herself, which was just great.
How do I send a link or screenshot? It was through line. Hate computers and just use the phone. Oh, okay. Oh no, hang on. Through the phone. Can you send it to me? No, if you're not using computers, how are you going to send me an email? Oh, listen, I'll see if I can, I remember, I'll see if I can Google it and find it myself. It's all right.
Oh, Rastaman Ralph, what up, my man? We in the hat. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's right. No,
That's what we
okay.
do all day. But who's in Mullum?
Who's what?
In Mullumbimby.
That one, I was showing a video about the people in Mullumbimby. They actually stood up against Telstra and 5G. They came together and, oh, there you go. Okay, well, let me put up an email address that you can use and you can send it to me. And once you take it, mate, just let me know so I can remove it. It's not a main email. It is an email. Hang on a minute. What did I just do? Oops.
Oops.
Can't even remember one of my emails. I have that many of them. Whoops. See, I even put it wrong. Okay. There you go, Chunky. Take that. Tell me when you've got it so that I can remove it. Not that it matters if people want to spam there, because it's just one of those emails. But yeah, no, Mullumbimby is a little town, or I'm assuming it's a little town where people actually stood up against Telstra and 5G. They said, no, you're not going to do it. Not going to do it. You know, everybody knows there's enough information out there from scientists, from doctors, Lord knows what, talking about 5G and saying that it's a major fucking health risk to people. And yet, you know, people still fucking aren't doing squat. Some are, but they need to be supported. People need to stand up. Doesn't matter if it's fucking all the bullshit that we got. It doesn't matter if it's the 5G. It doesn't matter what it is. People need to fucking stand up.
Right, because, I mean, even if because the people that are standing up for whatever cause it might be, it could be for the useless eaters. If they stand up, that's going to be the wave that takes over the massive population. And, you know, like, if we all, yeah, I mean, that's just how it's fucking stated to me. You got to stand
We
up.
don't have to have the same belief system. We don't have to have the same fucking whatever. You know, we don't have to like the same fucking things. But if it's going to affect all of us the same, then why the hell wouldn't we come together and support that? You know, what I'm going to say? Oh well, shit. Sunray smokes weed, so he's standing up for 5G. But I'm not going to stand up with him because he smokes weed.
You foolish.
No, but you know what I
So,
mean? It's the mentality
no,
that people can
exactly.
have.
Yep, it's very, very true. And I think when you said that, that makes me think of I'm not sure if any of the listeners are familiar with the Council of Nicaea, and it's like there was a Roman leader, Constantine, I think, and he basically got all of the leaders around the place because he saw that the Roman Empire was falling and it needed to kind of combine it. So they made Christendom, which was like they had different sects, different faiths, maybe Orthodox, unorthodox, Catholic, whatever, but they all came together to fall under that banner, which still kind of remains today, and took control. Really, because if they didn't and they all went their separate which ways, it would have, the Roman Church would have lost the control. So I don't know if you can, like, if you familiarize the way that I'm trying to link it, but it's basically the same thing. If we got onto a same like a common topic or a common sort of common way of living that we wanted to do, we could be basically different. Like as you said, I don't agree that celebrate something sweet or whatnot, but that doesn't mean that I can't go with his, say, not political stance, but just living standard and way of life, for the benefit of my. Mm.
Exactly. These people aren't standing up for themselves. They're not standing up for themselves. They're not. They didn't wake up one morning and go, "Oh well, I don't like chocolate ice cream, and I'm going to go out there and protest because I don't like chocolate ice cream." Doesn't matter if somebody else likes chocolate. They're protesting something that affects everybody equally.
Yep. And some, yeah, I mean, well, it affects everybody, and I guess you could say so, but then I'm thinking of the people who are in the category of like really so low socioeconomic or elderly or just more vulnerable as these people are putting it upon us. But I guess we are all equal in the saying that we are all can possibly get contaminated or whatever, catch this supposed COVID or whatever. But even catching this mental disease of just thinking about it constantly and being locked in, it's really like it's quite insane because I can feel it within myself. The fact of being inside for so long, like, and not socializing with people normally, and going out and seeing people hanging out and doing all those sort of things. It's like my mind is really sort of changing. Like it seems I'm going crazy. I mean, not that I already wasn't, but like, it's just I can really see a shift. I can feel because of like things just massing up, and it's like in the same sense of if you hold everything inside and you don't let it vent, and it's just gonna keep stirring up, keep amounting up, and then one day it's just gonna blow when you don't even want it to your detriment.
Let me read you people some emails that I got. Okay. Let me read you some emails. When I hear this, it makes me feel good. It makes me come back and do this yet another day. Okay. It really does. Same town where they were playing your rant in front of Woolies. They removed the social control security guards and cordons after that. Hired of the demon telco insane, rolling out this wave tech whilst under lockdown. They got it in Murwillumbah, just a half-hour drive away. Is still holding out. Locals chased the cherry picker all the way to the border of Queensland. Okay, let me read more. This is all to do with the little town that I put the well, I don't know how little it is. I keep saying
I know people from Melbourne. Yeah, I'm from Brisbane though. I'm born in Brisbane, but anyway.
Apparently now the police are playing a game of cat and mouse. Telstra reckon they are doing work there from the 21st for 6 days. Some folk are going to lock on to the cherry picker if it returns. People are organising a 24/7 roster in case they come at night. Cops drove by and took photos of the protesters before they gave them the move on order. That happened today. This is what's going on there. Why is it that these people can fucking come together? They're not there with weapons, you know, they're not there with pitchforks, they're not there with their salad forks, but they are making a fucking stand. You know what I mean? If they can do it, why can't everybody else?
Or why shouldn't they have the right to do it, really?
The latest news that I got from there, this morning folk were gathering under the tower. Police came and gave them a move on order. That was after the arrests from the last few days. And there's more videos here that I need to go watch where it says that 5G more dangerous than virus that's killed 177,000 according to Mullumbimby.
Whoa. I've heard a lot of that talk, and I mean, I can't really see which way is what. Maybe it'll be kind of too late, too little, too late. But I mean, we've had it rolled out 5G in Australia since October, right? Like, I don't know about we're in Western Australia, but from where I've been, it's been since October. We've got it actually at our place. But are you hearing all these things of the complete link between the radio, all the health, all the harms that it can do to our health in the sort of sense of radiation and things like that? But the link it is having with the COVID or coronavirus, it's like, so there's quite a lot of information, and I don't know which way to say it because I'm still kind of in the middle. But you've got a whole town, people here, like a rural area, people of New South Wales who basically chase the people out of town. So, and they're saying there's 170,000 cases, whatever that's related to it. So that's kind of sort of, there is a lot of truth to it.
Well, I know what I've read about it, and that was simply that thousands of scientists and doctors have come out and have pretty much said that 5G is so not fucking good for people and their health. I mean, here they are pushing this coronavirus, saying that the elderly are most at risk or whatever, and yet 5G seems to be compatible for every human being, for every living thing, and yet people just go with the fucking flow.
Yep, and they'll even upgrade because there'll be you'll have devices which aren't even capable of the new latest software which is required for 5G or whatnot, and so their device might be, out on the certain newest wave of things, and then they fall into that trap. It keeps going up and up and on, which is a bit of a sad thing. I don't upgrade all my stuff. Sad. I mean, like, it happened for a long, long time. And I do music and things like that. Like, I can audio engineer sonic. Like, I did sonic arts at university, and so now I'm finding with even in the past couple of years, there's a lot of hardware, like interfaces and things which aren't compatible with the latest operating systems. So many programs which, if you haven't upgraded, then basically your system is going to be running on itself in an old way. Or, you might think in your mind that it was sort of inadequate or whatnot, but really it's just not up with the latest things. And maybe that latest thing is not really so beneficial. Why do we have to take that step to keep getting that quicker, faster, more comfortable, more easy, more convenient type thing? I really think we need to take a few steps back towards nature and things. I say that a lot, but you've just said there that a lot of medical professionals have come out and said that 5G has a lot of ill things towards it in concerns to human health. So why would you think people in business and government? Well, I could see why business, because it's like always profit over people. It's about the bottom line. But why would the mass let that continue? Maybe they are unaware and uneducated, but that's why that education needs to get out. But it's kind of sad if it's the truth.
Mate, I always say to people, before you vote for somebody, go and ask them a simple question like, what do you know about weather warfare? What do you know about being chem sprayed? What do you know about what anything, GMOs? Just ask them a simple question. And if they can tell you about it, then they deserve your vote. Then you need to ask them, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if they can't come back and tell you something
Well,
that
they
is going to make fucking sense to you, then why the fuck would you vote for these people?
exactly. Good point. Very much a good point. But because you would get a lot of people that you could come up to a member of parliament and be like, look, what do you know about the um, chemtrails or uh,
Mate, I did
like
that to Greenpeace, okay? We were supposed to vote. This is going a couple of years back now, okay? And I went down there and I thought, I'm curious, all right? I'm curious. Greenpeace is supposed to be, Greenpeace. So if you don't want to vote for the government, vote for
no.
Greenpeace, okay? I go over there. Now they're handing out pamphlets, and I'm going, listen, I'm a little bit confused as to who to vote for today. I said, can I ask you some questions? And she goes, yeah. And I said, what do you know? What is Greenpeace going to do about the chemtrailing? Oh, sorry, I don't know what that is. And
There
I'm
you
looking,
go.
I'm thinking, and you're representing Greenpeace.
Yep.
Do you know what
See,
I mean?
they're all vying for the same trophy. You know what I mean? So they're in the same league. I can totally hear what you're saying. I don't want to downplay it at all. A lot of people believe that Greenpeace are the real people that stand up against this thing till death, like they protest in front of whale ships, do all this nonsense. But even in saying that sentence, they're applying to vie for the same position that these people are applying for within the same system of regulation. But yeah, for her to deny any awareness of it, what is she doing in a position of leadership for a like a pro nature group?
Right.
Secondly,
Kind of think that if she's handing out the pamphlets, then she would know what Greenpeace is all about. And if she hasn't heard of that, that means she has no idea who the fuck Greenpeace is. So why is she there? What? Somebody paid her $50? I had another guy come to my door. Oh, I'm so and so, and I'm running for such and such a position, yada yada. And I says, oh, okay. I said, well, can you tell me like if you get in or you get voted in or whatever? I says, what is it that you're going to do about the us being sprayed? And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, the chem clouds, the chemtrails, we get sprayed. That poison comes down. We're breathing it in. Oh, I've not heard of that. So why the fuck would I want to vote for that prick?
so yeah.
Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like I don't know, but I'm just kind of related to a thing that I've been through with like a friend, a complete family friend of mine who's same age as me, when we were like in about I think say 22 or something like, and he'd basically gone straight out of school, did a bachelor of business, was working for KPMG and all these sort of things. I didn't. I was playing in a band for 3 years. I'm also doing a bit of other things, whatnot. But anyway, uh, I went to this is when the Illuminati, all that Rockefeller, all that sort of New World Order things was starting to come up on the internet, and I said to him, something about New World Order and Illuminati, and he goes, "What's that?" And it was like, I don't know, it was really, really shocking because he had no idea about it, but he's in the business world. And to me, it was really like a trigger of like, whoa, dude, are you involved in it? Because he was completely just like, what? What's that? Never heard of it. Is that doesn't like, not like he didn't say it doesn't exist, but he was completely unaware of it. And I was just like, wow,
All I'm
maybe.
saying to people is because I'm not a voter, okay? I'm not a voter. Voting to me is a farce. It makes people think they have a say when they don't have a fucking say. But if
Yes.
you are a voter, all I'm saying is prove it to yourself. Go and ask them. Go and ask them before you vote for them. Go and ask them, do they know about something? Okay? And see what they say to you. See what they say to you. If they can't come back and give you a damn good fucking answer, you should not be voting for that person. And I can guarantee you, if you go into any Shire Council or whatever you guys call it in the States, your what do they call it over there? Is it
County.
the council? Your local
Maybe
fucking shire or whatever? If you
the
go in
county.
there and ask any of them, about any of that stuff, ask them, do they believe 9/11 happened? There's nothing wrong with asking. You know, what do they know about 5G and the detriments it can have to your health and everybody else's? Ask them. What about the spraying? Ask them. What about the genetically modified?
Yeah, man.
They come back and they can't give you a full fucking answer on any of those things. Why the fuck are you voting for them?
That's right. Rethink your stance.
You're voting in somebody that knows less than what you fucking know. That's why I said this chick that we listened to 4 times today, she's got it down pat. She has described the useless eater. Down pat. This is what we're following. This is what we're following.
Yep. No, just seeing in the chat, everyone's talking about how to use bombs. That's great. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's pretty great. I'm grateful that I came across and cause I mean, as I said, I was like pretty late through the stream, and I'll come up, jump upon it, and for you to replay that little Instagram clip. It's kind of cool in a way because it does restore a little bit more faith that people are out there trying to really push the narrative of show the confusion that we're in. And it was only a few months ago. We were all it's all good. Everything was sort of normal as it could be, and we're, in doing the normal cycles and routines of the day. But then, yeah, she's just put forward this complete, like, don't go to the hospital, or whatever. All this, that was brilliant. Every single point she was saying, it just was, put it in your face, rethink it, rethink what's going on. In actuality, think before you move. Don't just go with the flow of like the masses.
Do you know, I mean, the conversation that's going on in chat just shows me, okay? It just shows me how interested people are in what's going on. You know what I mean? When the government started legalizing weed in the States, people didn't even ask why. What, the government all of a sudden decided that weed was good for you? What, the government decided all of a sudden that, hey, let's do something to make the useless eater happy? There's always a fucking hidden agenda, and yet I never saw one person asking the question that I was asking. Why? Why are they doing that now? Not one person was asking that. Everybody was just, yay, we can grow our own now, we can smoke weed, we can whatever. Listen, each to their fucking own, okay? I always say, each to their fucking own. If that's what somebody wants to do, I'm not against it. Do it on your own turf. Don't bring it into my home, because I don't do it. I have no intentions of doing it.
Yeah.
But to me, it just shows where people are. They don't want to know what's going on now. And people come in and they will change the narrative. This is a very, very good thing that's going on in my chat, because it proves what I said. The distraction. The distraction. Let's not talk about the fact that 5G is being put up everywhere. Let's not talk about the fact of isolating and self-isolation and all the rest of it.
Yep.
That's it. That is proof right there.
Yep. Let's talk about how we can pull a couple more bongs and just be stoners. But that's cool with me. Yeah, I mean, but there, I totally hear what you're saying, and in the point, like, I guess I can sort of get it. Why didn't people ask why now? Did the government's thought change, and did they want to make us happy? I don't think so. I always thought it was a money thing. Being a major advocate of ganja, and I always realized that the black market really exists, and the black market is basically part of the full economic system. It's a requirement because they need criminals for the police to lock up and judges to then sent to prison and prisons to be full. But I think, yeah, I would. It's kind of, I don't know. That's a really great question. I should probably think more into it because my instant thing would have been, yeah, okay, they're just gonna make tax money off it, and a few of the lucky kind of not elite, but people that have been well established and saved up enough money to buy licenses will become the few players in the top dispensary game, paying heavy taxes to the government. But then, obviously you've got the outlying black market and stuff like that, people who don't have licenses.
The government is going to go out there, okay? They're going to pay people to go out there and look like your normal standard useless eater that's growing some dope, all happy, joy, okay?
Yep.
And that useless eater is not even going to know what the fuck they're smoking because they're just so goddamn happy that they can do it now. Do you know what I mean? They're not even going to know what they're smoking. It's like people don't know what the fuck they're eating half the time. Do they question it? No, they don't question it. The minute I heard legalization was happening and it was spreading, and then I heard about New Zealand being talked about, then Australia being talked about, and I thought, oh, come on. Why is nobody fucking asking the question, why now?
Yeah.
For years, there has been a war on that, and yet all of a sudden,
Basically 100 years.
Overnight, you can do it now. You can do it now. We're going to let you do it.
I mean, Tyler, not to really go away from point. I'm just saying because it's 100 years. Because 1920 was Henry Anslinger's initial drug war on drugs. Because prior to that, all these sort of narcotics and things that people look as really bad, like cannabis, hemp, even opium, cocaine, they were all available at the chemist. You'd go to your local corner farmer shop, and these ingredients were in ailments that were in major sale now. So I mean, just to say that these things are natural and
Mate,
not
I
to say
don't
they're beneficial, but
have
they
anything
have.
against that. I've got a good friend who pretty much healed his mother through cannabis, whatever, yada yada. She was told that, she was going to die. She had a couple of weeks left or whatever it was. He took her home. I've heard that. And listen, if it works, go for it. All I'm asking people is why didn't anybody question why all of a sudden something that has been illegal and there's been people gone to jail over it and Lord knows what, okay? All of a sudden the government gives it to you. It's like saying, well, it's not fair that some people have mobile phones and other people don't. Let's give everybody a mobile phone. It's the same fucking crap. And the useless eater just goes with it. They just don't bother to check. They don't bother to ask the questions like, why? Why now? Is there something else going on that we need to be happy, jolly, that we need to be occupied with something that, oh, look, now we can do it. Let's go out. Don't worry about anything else. Let's grow our own. Let's fucking light up. Let's whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when there is an underlying thing to it.
Yeah. Distraction. As when,
And that's right. The eater falls for it every fucking time. Every fucking time. And people get offended, like I said, by the word useless eater. Don't be offended. They picked a good fucking name. They picked a good fucking name.
Oh.
Oh, and Mr. Jones, I know that you're the same channel that was here before. Yeah, unless you come through with one that's legit, dude, somehow I don't think I'll be seeing you on my next live stream. I just had a vision. But you know, changing topics and whatever, you know what I mean? Like, but still, it's a topic where it still comes back to the useless eater, you know, the useless eater. And now they don't question anything, they just go with. I should actually get in touch with this chick and ask her to do one on those sorts of topics. But yeah, I'm sorry, but people don't care. You know, I waste my time sometimes doing these fucking things, and you want people to talk about what's happening around us today, okay? You want people to talk about that. But yeah, no. Somehow it's there for 5 minutes and that's it. Nobody cares. Nobody
Well,
cares. And we expect a change. We want to see a change. You ain't gonna see shit.
right. Because the change has already taken place when the time that you were distracted, really. And then you'll be wanting to change of something else, you know? Be too late.
Yeah, people don't want to change themselves, therefore they won't see a change, you know?
Mm-hmm.
People don't want it.
That's exactly right. That's beautiful. That's really, really good said. People don't want to change themselves, so they're not going to see a change. So, because it's you and your reality. At the finest point, anyway, you know? Like, you can't control everything, obviously. And anything out of your control, you shouldn't really be in too much concern of, because that's going to be what it's going to be. So, you know, if you want that change, it's got to come from you, and you've got to do different behaviors slowly, step by step. Obviously, you know, you can't just change overnight dramatically from being really, really extreme in one way and then go vice versa. It's obviously going to be a gradual change, but for it to be foundational and strong, have a strong basis and really continue, because you could obviously be vice versa a lot and you'd be flippy floppy in your life. Like, but hey,
To me, mate, if you're doing something that I don't like, okay, just don't bring it onto my property. Don't force it down my throat. But whatever you want to do, not meaning you personally, just in general, because that's how I speak,
yeah,
do whatever it is that you want. You want to fucking shoot up ice or whatever it is, sniff it up your fucking nose, up your butt, wherever it goes. You want to do that in your own hands, do it. If you die from it, it's called tough shit. Okay? It's called tough
right,
shit. You made that choice. You consciously chose to do it. You did nothing to stop it. You saw it wasn't doing you any fucking good or whatever, and you still persisted. Your choice. You know, people want to shoot up something else. Your choice. Just don't bring it onto my turf. I get that. People can do whatever it is that they want. You know what I mean? But nobody asks why. Why is it readily available? Why has it been given to us? Why have the phones been given to us? Why has the weed been given to us? There's people still locked up because they got busted for weed. Why aren't those people out? All of a
yep,
sudden you have coronavirus. Why the fuck would you let people out of a jail? People that have been convicted for 10, 15, 20 years are being let out. Why aren't people asking why? When
legit.
I was asking those questions, maybe I just fucking overthink shit. Maybe I'm the fucking crazy ass here. But to me, they're the questions that go through my head. Why? Why aren't people asking? What? And it's got nothing to do with crowding. It's got fuck all to do with crowding. Why are people being let out of jail just for the hell of it? For the hell of it. Then you've got to look at the fucking apps that are going to connect people, as in social distancing, because to me, again, I say this has got nothing to do with the virus. Why are they so determined? What, they emptied out half the fucking jail so that they can put more people in that don't comply with the social distancing? Again, it
Yep.
brings back to why the social distancing. Why is it being pushed so bad?
The new way of socializing. Get
But
all
if
my
you look at all of it, there's a hidden agenda somewhere there. There is a hidden fucking agenda somewhere there, and people aren't looking at it like that, you know? That's why the distractions. That's why the let's legalize, they'll be distracted with that, which they are. Half of the fucking internet was going, every chat practically that I was going to was, you know, we can smoke weed and let's smoke fucking weed and and I'm like, why isn't anybody asking why? Even though I don't do it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm asking why. I want to fucking know. Why do they want everybody to be happy chappies? Why do they want everybody to be distracted? What is going on?
Plenty of things. It's pretty sad. Yeah. I mean, and I couldn't give you the answer because I'm not the one pulling the strings, but I totally see what you're saying. I just
Because
want
you take everything and you put it together, okay? If you just write a list, okay, of everything that has happened so far, the wearing of the masks, the social distancing, the legalization of weed, the emptying out the fucking jails. Who are they emptying them out for? Why do they need people to be happy, jolly? Just everything. You will see that it literally pretty much is leading to something. What is it leading to? I don't know. But it's leading to something. And it's not going to be good for the people. It's not going to be good for the people. Because at some point, your weed ain't going to count because you're either going to be smoking something that is so fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Very true. I can hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. I've heard just,
Because
yeah.
they don't ever give us anything that is beneficial for us. What have they ever given that has been beneficial? What, genetically modified food? The chemtrailing? The shit and
Fluoride
piss
in the water.
drinking out of their own fucking water? Out of their own
Yeah.
kitchen taps?
Yep.
What, if anything, have they given to the useless eater that has been of benefit? Nothing. Nothing. I mean, this
Say it
guy,
again. That's absolutely true. I'm trying to think here. Like, nothing. You know, like for taxes, banks, education, fucking mobile phones, cars, all this sort of shit. Nothing has been a real benefit. You know,
it
like
hasn't.
in serious sense, like we were all good in nature's beauty. You know what I mean? Like we were existing. It was survival. It was human at its beautiful basic form. We were reproducing and all this stuff. And all these things have not been a benefit at all in any way. And it's just led to mass industrialization, mass what's that word? Indoctrination of people's minds and shit.
Mate, you know, the Illuminati cards come to mind. You gotta ask, who knew that? I mean, I can make a deck of cards tomorrow, but could I make a deck of cards that literally is fucking predicting everything that is going on in the future? Who could make that? Somebody that got paid to fucking make them, okay? Somebody that got paid a shitload of fucking money by someone who knows what's going to happen.
Yep.
Who knows what's going to happen? It's
So,
all
sorry, I was just saying, well, maybe someone had the shitload of money anyway, but then they might have paid an artist if they couldn't do it. But yeah, fully.
to me, it's just sad that people don't question, people don't question. They just don't. They just go with, which is what I was saying before. Like, when people were talking about these people that are dying supposedly from COVID-19, and there's mass graves, mass burials, mass whatever, and cremation and burning, so that you can't do an autopsy. Do people question on a daily basis with just people that die from normal things? Do you question, is the body still in the coffin before it's actually buried? Do you question, is that your person that is being handed back to you in a urn? Is that their ashes really? Nobody questions anything. Everything is just taken for granted. Everything is just taken for granted when we clearly know that organ harvesting is a huge business. A huge business. But nobody questions. Unless you have that coffin open, and even then, you don't know what's been removed. But to cover that up, they ask you, will you volunteer your organs when you die? It's no different to saying, will you download the app? But just in case you don't, we're going to make it mandatory.
I don't know. Yeah, I realized that after about in my 20s. I'm no longer a donor, but because I would like my body to remain in one piece. But yeah, it's just because like my uncle actually passed away in Fiji like 42 hours ago. He was really sick for a while, but yeah, just to think of people passing away and being put in mass graves and just all these sort of things and what is being done with these people.
All those doctors that fucking lied, okay, and put down that some of these people died of coronavirus, right? That they died of corona, but they actually didn't, right? That means all of those people were left with no proper burial, where their family couldn't go and say goodbye to them, and yet everybody's just doing like that chick said, These are the rules that you're following, useless eaters. You deserve what you get.
I want to question something though. Like you were just saying before, Mr. Jones. Like, is this character someone who just comes into here with like different?
Listen, I've not seen Mr. Jones before, but at one point there, because I was watching, I never take my eye off chat. Okay. I would say it's the same person that had the other account that I blocked, because the habit is still there. It's a few words, and yeah, am I right? Am I not right? It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter, but it just proves proves the point to me, that people are very easily distracted. People don't
want they go to such lengths to do such stupid things, like like. But anyway, whichever way, I sorry to interrupt, but to go and make another account to just hop in a chat and still be like, what's the word, anonymous type of thing, like, what are you doing with your time? But the 10th man, you should be the 12th man, brother. Change it to the 12th man.
It's distraction. What's that? People in China went to spread the ashes, and in the jar was false teeth and belt buckle. Dead person had all its teeth and no belt on at cremation. Oh, go figure, Danny. Like I said, people don't want to know. They don't want to fucking know, which is where it becomes frustrating. And if people, like I said before, if people think it's easy to bring forward information, to run panels, no, you're not banned, 10th man. But I'm going to end it pretty soon, because in about a half an hour I have to go out, and I'm still sitting here in my PJs. So it's not that I don't want to drop you a link. I gladly do it. Hey, if you're on later, when I get back, I'll jump on. But yeah, I can't understand that people aren't asking the question of why everything. You need to become like a kid. You know, one of those pesky fucking kids that when you say something to them and they go, but why? And then you explain that and they go, but why? You know, that's what we need to turn into. We need to turn into those fucking pesky kids.
Yeah,
Anyway, on
I
that note,
realize why we are doing it. That's right. But why? All right. Yeah, man. I hope you have an awesome day. Much peace out to everybody. Thank you for enlightening me with the Instagram thing and all the chat. Anyway, much peace.
I will
Talk
see if I
to
can do a quick video and put it up before I go out. But if you don't see it in the next 15-20 minutes, then it will be up when I come back. But yeah, Sunray, thanks for coming on. Everybody in chat, as always, thank you kindly for either coming through, coming in. And I will catch you guys on the upside. I will drop the links to the Instagram thingy in the description when I do the video. And I will catch you all next time. In the meantime, try asking why.